Hey guys, I'm back here today with Hanna, and today we'll really be talking about immunity and herbs and supplements and what can you do if you're feeling unwell. So let's pretend I have a cold, I'm sneezing, I have a runny nose, I just don't feel well, and maybe I have a bit of a sore throat. Not COVID, so I just got a common cold because the weather's changing and it's getting colder. Hanna, what vitamins or supplements would you recommend I take? And why?
Okay. Well, here at Provolution Health, we have so many options for people. Obviously, the first thing is your chiropractic. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, as we go into shorter days, and we're inside a lot as well, so we're getting less and less sun.
Yep.
So your vitamin D would be excellent to keep up. That's also a very good preventative. Mm-hmm. We've got the vitamin D K spray or D4.
Yep.
The vitamin D, they've pretty much concluded that it's a very good preventative and a good indicator for immune health to keep up your vitamin D levels. Okay. So that would just sort of help so things don't progress further.
Yeah.
And obviously it supports the whole immune system. Also vitamin C, we all know vitamin C. So at the clinic we do have an ascorbic acid powder base. We also do get in a liposomal, which is an oil-based one, which is a lot easier for people that get digestive upsets from many of these ascorbic acid ones.
Yeah, because I have had some patients tell me that they've, had vitamin C tablets, but then it gives them reflux, and so they just can't take it.
Yeah, so then the liposomal C is just a different pathway through the body, that but it's utilised by the body as well in a very easy absorbed way, and doesn't have that upset on the stomach.
Cool.
So it's a little bit more expensive, but
it's worth it.
It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Vitamin C is used basically in repair of every tissue of the body, and it's our front line for increased motility of our neutrophils, which are a white blood cell, and they're the frontline defense against colds and viral infections and bacteria.
Yeah.
So we really want them alive and working well, and vitamin C is definitely implicated in that function, as well as repair from all tissues of the body. So good on all levels, but also you can get that from your diet as well.
Right.
So I would also suggest, we would suggest here at the clinic that you had a good diet full of healthy, good greens and vegetables and fruit that are, so dark greens, vegetables and fruit, that are hopefully, if you can get them, organic or homegrown, but that's not always easy. But yeah, that's got a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals in them. So we are a little bit deficient in our soils in Australia, and therefore our food with zinc. So zinc is also a vital in about 100 enzyme actions in our body.
Yep.
We need zinc, so it's also very important in your immune system. So making sure that you have zinc, sometimes that's what people are missing, is the zinc component in their supplements, and that's because we're not often getting enough through our foods. Yep. So like pumpkin seeds have zinc in it, but if you can get ones that are grown maybe in South America, which has higher zinc levels than grown in Australia. So you would probably get a higher dose of zinc in that regard. But your shellfish are very high in zinc. Oysters are the highest.
Love a good raw oyster.
So, and your legumes, and obviously it's present in many different things. But yes, your red meat, oyster, seafoods, and legumes have high zinc levels, and that also is really important in maintaining that good immune system and getting over your colds quickly. But also for the throat, we do one. This is one that Marcus loves, is the myrrh, the gargle myrrh. So we've got that in a herb. That helps clear up infection in the throat really quickly. And
I have used it before. It doesn't taste the best.
No, it's pretty hard at first. You do have to use it with caution in the beginning, just because it can cause that reaction in the throat of a gag reflex. And the other one is we've got a few different mixtures of herbs for immunity boost, which just again supports the whole immune system to be able to do what it's meant to do, which is protect us and get over any infections.
Yeah. Very cool.
I think I went through that. Our bees, obviously, we do have our bees here. Stress is one component that diminishes our bees quite quickly, and they're also used in our immune system a lot. For the herbs, Cindy, you use this, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'm a wuss. Can't.
She can't stand the taste of the herbs, so she uses a little tiny gelatin capsule. We have the vegan ones too, vegetable-based ones.
Oh, do we? I didn't know that.
So, but that you put your liquid into there,
Yep.
and then you capsulate it, and then you let that dissolve in your stomach.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
made
another alternative.
Yeah, I made a mistake once. I got too eager. I thought, you know what? I have time. I'll prepare myself, and I preloaded all these tablets, had it in a Ziploc bag, ready to go. And then, literally, not even an hour or not long after, I came back, and my bag was just liquid because
It's a gelatin.
I didn't really realize at the time that the capsule obviously has to dissolve in your body.
Yeah, exactly. So there are a few of the things we have. We also have homeopathics and tissue salts,
Yep.
and they're all helpful. So
Wow.
it just depends how you want to, which approach you want to do to support what is happening.
So many options.
Yeah.
What about food-wise? Like, what would you recommend people to eat, like in terms of meal-wise? I know you've mentioned like eating like raw oysters, for example, and lots of green vegetables and organic fruits. What about meals-wise? Do you have any favorite meals you'd recommend people to eat
I
that boost
think
their
that
immune system?
definitely during coming into the colder months, one of the old traditional ones, whether it has merit or not, it seems to work really well, is a barley soup. So some kind of vegetable soup that's got barley in it as well.
Yeah.
For some reason, it does a lot. Maybe it's also because it feeds the microbiome, which is very important also for your immune health.
Yeah.
So it's got strong implications for like when you've got a cold, you think of maybe a vegetable soup or broth, bone broth, whatever. All of that is very good for coming into winter, and also getting through colds during the winter months.
Yeah. All right.
So, also, of course, have your salads as often as you can. We move further out of that because that's sort of a hot weather sort of food.
Yeah.
We don't tend to like it as much in winter.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving when you have got your immune system drawing on a lot of energy in your body, you want to be able to take something that's easy absorbed.
Okay.
So, soups and stews and broths are very good during that time.
And that was delicious after all.
Yeah, you can make them excellent.
All right, thanks, Hanna. I've learned so much. I mean, I'm definitely on board with all the supplements, or not all, but some. But I think some of the foods you mentioned, I think I really should step up my game with.
Yeah.
All right.
And everyone's individual, so it just depends what they're needing and what approach they want to go by.
Thank you. I mean, I've learned a lot, and I'm sure you guys watching have probably learned a lot as well. Thanks, Hanna.
You're welcome.